It all happened in the village. We were sitting with some of the local guys on a bench, and the conversation turned to the supernatural. One of the local boys suggested we try summoning a spirit. He invited us to his house, saying that his grandmother was into all sorts of palmistry and had some books on the subject. I thought it was all just stories, so why not? On the way, he mentioned that his house was right next to a cemetery. I thought near was a relative term, but when we arrived at his place, I saw a different picture. Not only was the cemetery right behind his fence, but there were also 3 graves inside his yard. I asked him what was going on, and he said, "It's fine, these are my ancestors resting here." I thought, that's hardly fine, but then his grandmother appeared at the door. I immediately had the thought that they might be planning to eat me, so I considered running away. But he reassured me, "Don't worry, I live here, and it's all good." I thought, alright, let's see how this plays out. We went into his house, and he pulled out a bunch of books, saying that we were going to summon spirits. I thought, what spirits? They seemed to be spirits themselves. By then, it had already gotten dark outside, and this guy found in one of the books that to summon spirits, you had to go to the cemetery and take a handful of dirt from some specific grave. I thought, what have I gotten myself into? He offered to go to the cemetery alone if I was too scared and told me to wait at his house. But the thought of being alone with his old grandmother made me sweat. No way. I convinced him to go to the cemetery in the morning instead. So, we went to sleep. I was lying by the window, unable to relax because the cemetery was just a couple of meters away. Since I couldn't sleep, I started peering out the window. The graves and the stars outside started to blur together, and I thought I was seeing things. Then suddenly, I freaked out, grabbed my stuff, and ran home without looking back. To this day, I still don't know what I saw in that window. Maybe it was his grandmother wandering around at night, or maybe it was something else entirely.